Move on to the Cavs here. Real quick, I want to remind everybody that this is brought to you by Mazda. Mazda, moving the game forward. Brought to you by those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it. Because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible. They remind us to go the extra yard and shift into that extra gear and keep moving the game forward, just like Myles Garrett does. That's what keeps fans and players moving alike forward, always chasing the next great moment. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning, and just like that, there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved.
By the way, the Dolphins just fired their GM.
And I saw that a report that Mike McDaniel got the vote of confidence he will not be fired this season. I guess that's a vote of confidence during the season.
Right, yeah.
See, why would you keep your general manager? And why would you keep your coach and cut your general manager?
Yeah.
I don't.
And why fire the GM?
Well, Stephen Ross, owner, it's owners doing
another
bad
bad owner.
It's another bad owner.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
We can hit on that more at the end of the show, guys. But we just went and judged everybody on the Browns. I want to ask: is it fair to start judging people on the Cavs before Darius Garland gets back? Mike and I were talking about this last night. I think it is. I think they need to be able to play whoever's there. Not. What say you?
Now let me think who made this comment. I don't want to take ownership of this comment. I saw a former NBA player said this. You guys might have seen it, and you'll help me with my 60-year-old memory, which is fading fast. A former player said the Cavs talked all off season about how embarrassed they were by what happened at the end of last year, and they ain't played like they're embarrassed yet. And I thought that was a telling play. It was from a player. God, I wish I could remember. I've read so much and seen so much.
That's crazy.
But is that not telling? Because what did we hear? Donovan sat at the podium and said, this is on us. We take responsibility. We've got to be better. Now, I know it's game 4, but they looked awful against the Celtics. They looked like they were allergic to rebounds. Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley.
Right.
It's not the new and improved Evan Mobley. It's the same Evan Mobley we saw last year, and you can even go back farther than that. He was not aggressive enough. He didn't shoot the ball well at all. He wasn't imposing his will like we keep hearing. And this player really hit a nerve with me when he said, all I heard was how embarrassed Donovan Mitchell and the whole team was, and how they worked all off season to erase that embarrassment, and they ain't done it yet.
Yeah, bull. For me, it's very, with this team, they're at a different point where you got to sometimes go back and compare them to championship teams you've seen here. We've had at least the opportunity. We talked about the Guardians and the Browns. We haven't seen them do anything, right? But we've seen the Cavs be good, multiple iterations.
We saw the guards get to a World Series.
Yeah, we saw them.
Indians.
But
9 years ago.
You were four finals in a row. You won a championship here, so you should understand and know what it looks like. The Cavs are at a position where they're looking to win a championship. And when you get to that level, all of the other pleasantry stuff where you're trying to give people excuses don't exist. You're going to get graded at the highest level. And that's every time you step on the floor, because the goal is championship. Yeah. And to be a championship team, you got to have championship habits and understand what you are doing. The problem I have with the Cavs is I could watch Oklahoma City Thunder, and I know they're going to play like the Thunder.
Every night.
I could watch the Nuggets and know how the Nuggets are going to play. I can even turn around and you watch the Celtics. You know what they're going to do and how they're going to move. The Cavs, I turn the TV on, and I'm like, where's the defensive intensity? Where is the improvement individually? Where's the ball movement? And where is the physicality? We've been talking about this for years and years and years. And I'm going to be honest with you. I never seen nobody win no championship based on what somebody else didn't do. And right now we're in danger because we look around and we get comfortable because there's injuries to Jason Tatum, there's injuries to Halliburton. The Bucks look like they got dismantled. But I'm gonna tell you what, right now, I would not be surprised if they lost to Orlando earlier than they should, lost to Detroit earlier than they should, and lose to a Boston Celtics team or a Knicks team and not be that close. Because who have all out of them contenders? Which one of those teams did they beat? They lost to the Celtics in the playoffs multiple times. They've lost to the Knicks. They still continue to lose to the Knicks. So just because some other people is injured does not mean that you get jettisoned into this upper echelon. You got to play your way in there.
We're asking, is it fair to evaluate the Cavs without Darius Garland?
Sure.
Look what the Celtics are playing without.
Yeah.
Right.
They just boat raced us.
I think it's always fair to evaluate or be critical of a team. I think you got to be realistic about it and say, like, to judge it. If you're turning what they've done through 5 games into, well, that's what they're going to be for the whole season, that's not fair and that's not realistic.
We're judging them on what we've seen so
right.
far.
So what we've seen so far has not been good.
And
there's nothing wrong with saying that.
G, your point of the intensity and the effort, and I think great coaches get their players to go to another level when you're missing a starter. I just think they have that innate ability to fire those guys up.
Yeah.
And to make them, look, you make your reputation every time you put your shoe on the court.
Yeah.
And right now, their reputation this year,
not good.
Not good.
But, listen, there's been a lot of good teams, including teams with LeBron, that have gotten off to bad starts. Last year, the Cavs started 15-0. They looked like the best team, and it meant absolutely nothing. So I think it's fair to be critical of how they played so far. But does that mean they're going to stink when it comes playoff time? No. Maybe the regular season will end up being a disappointment, and then the playoffs will end up being a pleasant surprise.
I would take that.
Unlike past years.
I would take that.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm judging them. I'm not judging them on a regular season. I'm judging on what their deficiencies are. So they've shown certain deficiencies, like Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen, I don't understand. They've already done a disservice to them by putting him somewhere in this core thing. All this core 4 stuff, like, stop trying to include guys. Jarrett Allen was the first dude to get here, right? When the Cavs didn't have nobody and they was rebuilding.
Right.
Like, don't try to put a fence around somebody like this is going to be, like, we're going to include Jarrett. No, Jarrett Allen, if he does not rebound, if he is not physical, and if he does not play with energy, he can't be on the court. And they have to let him know. Until they start sitting people down like this, oh, no, look, Jared, you might need to sit by me after the first quarter. When he gets 6-7 minutes, then he'll think, oh, wow, if I want to play, I better come out here and do something.
No, that's fair. And it's fair to be critical of the coach. And if the Cavs play in the playoffs like they're playing right now, they're going nowhere. But the good thing is it's only October.
They got time to turn. They got time to turn it around.
It's very early.
Yeah.
Darius's offense is they are missing the fact that he penetrates, he kicks, he could do a lot of different things. But my problem is, guys, you've known all along Darius is going to be out. You knew Max Strus. I'm talking about in terms of Evan Mobley.
And the way you can motivate them, too, is say, guys, remember last year when we found ourselves in the position with no Darius Garland? When we needed him?
Say that was cold. That was a rap. That was a rap lyric.
Yeah.
We might need that again this year. So let's go out there and use this time without Darius as practice.
Darius,
how are we going to solve this?
Him being out should not be an excuse for them not playing.
No, I don't think so. They miss him, and he makes them better. But to your point, don't make an excuse out of it. Go out there and figure out how this team can move efficiently without him. Because you might likely be in the same spot you were in last year.
They're more talented than Boston, without a doubt. Well, they should go out and win that game. They got killed.
Yes, I know.
They got killed.
I know. That was rough to watch.
Yeah.
Really rough to watch.
All right,